Linux is an open-sourced, Unix-based operating system. It is known for its customizability and for its prowess in software programming. In recent years, many companies have decided that making the switch to Linux would be very beneficial for them. But how beneficial is Linux for somebody who has not used it before and would only use it for personal use? This video hopes to address that question. First, we have to understand what an OS, or an operating system, is. Essentially, an OS is what makes a computing system work. It is the first and last thing that runs when operating a computer. The biggest OSs on the market are iOS and Windows, owned by Apple and Microsoft respectively. They are designed to be easy to use and understand, however they have some drawbacks. They cannot be customized extensively. The coding of each OS is trademarked by their respective owners and cannot be edited easily. This means the way files and security are organized are not as logical as some people like. This is where Linux comes in. Linux is Unix-based just like iOS and Windows. However, it's completely free to use and is entirely customizable. There are many versions of Linux floating around out there. Users have the options of creating their own unique Linux setup or downloading one of the big names such as Ubuntu or Debian. Linux is also known for its superior security and programming power. All of this can be quite intimidating to those who have never used Linux before. One of the biggest concerns for new users is the installation difficulty. A quick Google search will give all sorts of results for people on forums claiming that the installation of Linux was the hardest thing they've ever done on their computer. While it is true that there are versions of Linux out there that are harder to install than others, there are just as many that are designed to be easy. Ubuntu is currently the most popular form of Linux, according to its website and many online articles. It is also known for a large community for support and is very easy to install. Other misconceptions include the idea that Linux is not easy to use and is not secure because it is open source. Both of these can be proven wrong by once again going to Ubuntu. It was designed to be a sort of gateway Linux for new users. It retains familiar concepts from Windows, such as a start button in the bottom left corner and a similar filing system. Ubuntu is also very secure. Being completely open source means that highly qualified people have come along and given it the security it needs, just for the fun of it. In fact, this has inspired another misconception, that Linux is immune to viruses. This is only partially true. It is very difficult to get malware on a Linux system, however it is not immune to the Trojans or worms. Finally, the biggest misconception about Linux is that you must be very good at coding to use it. Linux does make use of command lines, and they can be very useful for troubleshooting and creating new methods that match your preferences. However, there are so many Linux distributions out there that are designed for new users and provide a complete graphical interface. This way, someone not well versed in coding can pick up Linux much easier. Just like the first time you may have tried to use Windows, Linux can be confusing, but distributions like Debian and Ubuntu have your back. Hopefully this cleared up a few concerns for those looking to get into Linux and provided a few ideas of how to get started. Good luck and happy Linuxing!